What's good, peeps? So, I've been having these worries on my brain, and it's more so been telling me to put it out because it may be it may be useful information for other people. It's more so it's more so about how some people feel when certain people get into the spotlight. Like normally you'll hear like people get envious or feel a certain type of way about somebody that they know that ends up blowing up or getting big, getting noticed, getting more attention. A lot of the times those people do not see what goes on behind the scenes. And what I mean by that, when you think of it as an actual play. Okay, so before before they open the curtains, before all that, any of that, before they get noticed, before the spotlight is on them, it's been a lot of practice. You never really know what goes on behind the scenes of somebody unless they either tell you or you witness it. Now, I don't know for you, but I've been in some school plays before. And before it's actual showtime, it's work that needs to be done. You gotta know the lines, you gotta know the movements, you gotta like it's certain things that have to be in place before showtime. Certain work. And if one has not done that work, then they wouldn't be in the play. If you don't know your lines, you gotta understudy. They they've been practicing for it. They've been waiting on it. What I'm getting at is there is no need to look at a person or feel a certain type of way because they did the work necessary to get to the point where they at. You have no idea the battles a person may have faced, the things that they had to go through, lose, sacrifice. Like you really don't know. And especially if they're spiritual in any type of way, you gotta know them people are protected, that they being guided. Like it's certain things people ain't gonna understand, but it's only because they haven't done the work to understand them, to understand in that level. So for instance, I can only I can only love somebody. Let me see how I can put this. If I don't know how to love myself, I'm not gonna be able to know how to love you. If I haven't healed myself, I'm not gonna be able to heal you. Why? Because if I haven't healed myself, if I'm saying you got something going on with you that I haven't fixed myself, how can I truly help you? How do I really have that knowledge for you to really like be healed? So if a person doesn't really have a certain amount of understanding within themselves, the depth of themselves. They haven't dived in them waters. They just been they just they just they on the side. Just putting their feet on the water. They haven't dived into themselves enough to understand some of the things that you may be going through. And that's okay. It ain't okay when they try to project their their mindset on you. That ain't really cool. But you really have to understand that it ain't really nothing. It ain't really nothing. You don't have to take it personal because it's nothing against you. It's really just showing the discomfort and confusion they have within themselves as to why they haven't done the work yet. And it really boils down to one being accountable of their own actions. You at where you at because of the choices that you chose to make. Nobody held a gun to your head and told you to do some of the things that you did. Cause our choices, it comes with actions. Yeah, it comes with things like whether good or bad, which is merely a perspective, but it comes with certain frequencies. So if you ain't really making a choice towards your highest good, and you more so making choices based on the lower energy, you more so gonna be in that energy. You gonna reside in that vibration because that's where you're choosing to be. You're not really more so doing anything to take you out of that situation, to learn from it, to try to understand it. It's just you would rather escape, or try to escape at least, because you focus all your energy on temporary solutions. Like trying to drink it away ain't gonna solve the problem. Trying to smoke it away ain't gonna solve the problem. Like trying to having sex ain't gonna like trying to fuck it. It's not gonna solve the problem because that is not what created the problem. So how can you try to go about solving a problem with something that wasn't that don't even got nothing to do with it? How is that possible? I used to go about it, a certain way, not to the highest degree, but that was only because of the environment that I was in. But once I got to a point where I started to know better, I really had to hold myself accountable. So it's just like, okay, if I know better, then I gotta do better. But a lot of people don't want to do better because it goes back to holding themselves accountable. You really have to look in the mirror and be like, I'm here because of the shit I did. I'm not happy with where I'm at. Why? It takes a lot of internal work, and this shit ain't easy. That's why I see why a lot of people don't do it. But I would rather I would rather be a diamond in the rough than a Cupid's stone. Meaning, I would rather be golden, shining on the inside and covered with grit and grime unappealable than being a cubic zirconia. Flashy on the outside, shiny. It look pretty when the light hit it, but when it comes to the value, it has none. That ain't me. So yeah, that's it.